In this video, I'm going to give you information and tips on how to paint and assemble your 3D cardboard sign made of chipboard. So first, I recommend you paint all of the edges and sides. These are the areas that are giving each of your levels height. And I'm painting mine black, and I recommend you do the same too, because black is a color that covers evenly and easily, and when seen, it kind of gives the appearance of a shadow. It just really helps elevate the higher parts, and it just helps separate the different levels. Next, you're going to need to paint each level with a base coat of white paint. Sometimes one coat is not even enough and you need to add two, especially if you were a little bit more careless when painting the sides and edges with black. You can see where I got black on the tops, and by adding 2 coats of paint, I'm able to give a nice base coat, and now I can add any color of paint on top of it and it should paint on more easily. Without a base coat, the colors we have are too transparent. Look at this yellow here. You can really see the brown through it. You need that base coat of white so that you see the true colors when you paint them on to your cardboard. Color will definitely be more bright over white, but you still might need multiple coats of paint to get a streak-free finish and to make the color be as vibrant as you see in the tube or bottle. Watch as I paint on a second coat here with the pink. You can clearly see the difference. The color becomes darker and you don't see so many white lines underneath. You have a more solid, streak-free finish with that second coat of paint. Once you get some color painted onto each of your pieces, you can begin to play more with colors and values. Maybe you want to add more details, or maybe you would want to darken or lighten the edges of your layers. When your paint is dry, you would then be ready to glue your levels together. And you can do this just using Elmer's liquid glue. You actually don't need to use a hot glue gun for any part of this project, though that could be optional. So what I do is I begin by gluing on my bottom layer first and then work my way up. And when I finish gluing each of the pieces on, I place a weight on the top to help everything dry firmly down. Since my top piece would stick up higher than the rest, I'm actually going to wait and not glue that on right now. I'm going to add that weight first. And the weight that you add could be a simple heavy book, or it could be a combination of things. The idea is you just want to press everything down. Now, to add details, something you could use is just a permanent marker. I'm drawing some letters and words onto my sign just using a thick black Sharpie. It was much easier to use a Sharpie than to try to paint using acrylic paint on a paintbrush. Lastly, I add my final attachment. So I'll put this top piece on, and then again, to let it dry, I'll place a weight on top so that it can dry firmly down. And that's it. Now my example is complete. My chipboard sign was made using 4 different levels. And just to review again, the materials used in this were the chipboard. The biggest piece used was 9 inches by 12 inches. And I used acrylic paint for all the color and then Sharpie for the letters. The only adhesive I used was Elmer's liquid glue for all of the parts of this project. And then I used clothespins to just help hold things together while it was drying. If you need to review or learn more information about how to actually build the 3-dimensional sign using chipboard, please refer to part 1 in this video series. Thanks for watching, and good luck in your sign making endeavors.